Russia had already selected their song and artist. It was Sofia Fisenko with the song Shavaya Voida, and the song translated to Living Water. Simple, done. What so you'd think? They recently just randomly announced out of nowhere that there's now going to be a quartet called the Water of Life Project, and their song is called Water of Life. Not much has changed. Sofia Fisenko is still the lead singer in the group, and she has three singers on stage now with her, and they now have a chorus in English. Now, we have both stated on camera and in a previous review of Shavaya Voida, which you can look at, that we were big fans of the song. So, Emily, this revamp and change to not only the song, but the group now instead of a soloist, what do you think of it?
To be honest, I think it was very random. It came out of absolutely nowhere, and when I first got told about it, I was like, wait, what? Because it was my favourite song at the time, and I was like, what? Why is this happening? To me, it's quite unnecessary. It really didn't need that. Like, we'd mentioned that it needed like a bit of a revamp, but I think we were mainly talking about the song and not like the actual people that are doing it. I'm glad like they haven't gotten rid of Sofia completely, and completely changed everything. It's only minor tweaks. I'm glad also that Sofia is like the main singer, and then she has sort of backing singers. And it's still a good song. But I would have preferred it if they just didn't revamp it whatsoever. Like, I think it was better as it was. Like, I think this was just a bit unnecessary.
Yeah, I agree. Just for people who maybe haven't heard the new version, Sofia mainly sings the verses, and the three other singers whose names we don't have to record at the minute, they more or less join in on the chorus and the harmonies. I'm kind of the same. Like, if they did, I could have expected them to maybe do that forward stage, have backing singers and they join in there, because it just sounds like that's what you would just naturally do. Have backing singers join in on a chorus. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm quite glad when you said it. Obviously, you told me, and when they said they changed it, I was getting a bit worried. I'm glad they haven't changed the actual melodies of the song. Like, the opening bars are still there, which I really like. Like, that's probably my favourite part of the song. It really hooks me in. So I'm glad that hasn't changed. I don't think the English is necessary, first and foremost. At the end, I don't think it's necessary. It sounds a bit like Italy 2016, like, oh, let's just shove in some English, and it didn't work. I don't think it does work. And also, you can't really hear them well together in the English because they're all singing quite at a similar pitch. It all kind of sounds like they're over one over the top of each other, so it makes it quite hard to distinguish what they're each saying. But yeah, I don't think Sofia actually needed them. I think Sofia was good enough to do it on her own, to be honest. I don't think she needed three other people on stage with her. The only positive I can take from this at the minute is that it does lend that the staging will be different to the national final, because I wasn't a big fan of the staging with the dancers, so maybe it eliminates that. But yeah, I still really enjoyed this song, but I preferred it when Sofia was a soloist. And something we both notice and talk about is that we found it really bizarre that all the singers in the music video looked identical, which was really weird. Like, from what we know, they're not siblings or anything, but they were all just dressed and sculpted the exact same way, which weirded me out a bit. And I'm also not a big fan of the name change, Water of Life, when I don't hear Water of Life and they're still saying Shavaya Voida, and also Water of Life Project as well. That now makes it sound like the Eurovision entry is almost like a will this work in maybe using it for adult Eurovision, because they've used Junior Eurovision Song Contest acts before in actual Eurovision, so it now sounds like, is this going to work commercially to make a career for these girls, instead of, this is our entry, we want to do well, we want to win. But My score for it was a 9.5. It hasn't changed, surprisingly. Like, I can't bring myself to mark it down, and it still probably is my favourite song. I just hope those other 3 girls don't let Sofia down on the night live, because we know Sofia can sing it live, because we've heard her do it. I'm just worried now about the other 3 and if all the harmonies and all the pitches are just going to work and meld together. But I still think it's going to be a top 3 finish for Russia, or at least I really hope so.
Yeah, I have to agree. Really, like my score personally is a 9, as the same as Serbia. So for now, it's still my number 1 joint with Serbia right now. It's just really strange because they went through the whole national final process, and Russia has picked Sofia to go, and they wanted her to go by herself, and it was fine the way it was, and then they've changed it now and stuff, and I don't really know if it was a good idea or not. I think we're both sort of on the same page here, like it was better before, but it still is the same song really, apart from they've just changed it to have more people and the English chorus, which I agree doesn't sound the best, but I don't think it really takes away anything from the song itself. Like, they have so many choruses in it in Russian that you probably will get halfway through to the English chorus and then realise, oh wait, this isn't in Russian, because you have the Russian stuck in your head. So it's not really such a bad thing at all. I just find it all very strange and random, but yeah, I don't think it's particularly a bad thing.
Well, that is what we think of the Water of Life project. Is this project going to be a success or a failure? Please let us know. And would you rather Sofia have gone solo? We really want to hear from you on this one. And make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and all that fun social media stuff. Make sure you follow us on theeurotrip.com, where we have new blogs out every single week. And make sure you are watching Junior Eurovision, which is on the 20th of November in Malta, Valletta. Thank you very much, guys.